All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to Inside the Mind's Eye, where we explore the introspective nature of reality, isness, thusness, and all the things that are good. Welcome back. I got a bit of an update. If you're seeing this on video, you probably see this female Draenei. Her name is O'Doyle Rules, and she is a shaman on the World of Warcraft. And I want to talk a little bit about how we're going to change the format for this show. So I hit a bit of a wall last week. I recorded a bunch of times, and nothing I recorded I felt like I could use. So I've just been trying to figure out how to move forward with the channel, and I've been watching a lot of things and doing some research and you know, just writing about it, trying to process through to figure out how to navigate and how to build this platform. I'm really into the meditation, the mindfulness, the awareness. I'm also into gaming. And I find that if I focus too much on the type of content I'm trying to create, it causes me to be like stilted or stiff, and it doesn't feel authentic. The stuff that I recorded last week, I mean, I probably spent 4 hours trying to record things, and none of it felt authentic, and I just can't share it. I can't share it if it doesn't feel real to me. So, I've just been trying to work through all that, and I kind of came to this awareness of a couple things. The first thing is I need to be producing and sharing more. I think just doing one episode a week, it builds up too much emphasis on that one episode, that one dialogue. And I also feel like every week I have to get something good enough for that one day a week that the long form stuff gets shared. And it makes it very difficult, I think. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is it's almost as if when I start talking about this type of stuff, I start to believe that I need to be a certain way. And when that crystallizes within me, no matter how hard I try or how much I put myself in front of the camera, I just can't create something reasonable. So, or at least that I think is good. So what I'd like to try now, the new type of format, is what I want to do is I want to stream regularly. So I'll load up like I'm doing now. You'll get, if you're following me, if you're subscribed, you'll see that, I guess you might be notified, or if you're on YouTube, it'll show like a symbol that I'm live. And I want to record at the beginning of my streams the same way I was doing up until now for the podcast. I'd load up OBS and I would just start talking, and I would just, whatever came out, whatever came up for me to discuss or to examine or to explore within myself, I would start sharing it. And that's how the stuff got made. Sometimes I would have an idea of what I wanted to talk about. Other times I would have no idea. But I'd like to try and consistently create material on a regular basis. And I think, or what I'm going to do moving forward, is I'm going to try this approach with streaming. Because right now I am live. And there could be people chatting, there could be people seeing, and there could be people watching. I'm not aware of it right now because I turned my chat off for the beginning. And so I'd like it to go kind of like this. Like the idea is, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long I'm going to talk about whatever it is I'm talking about. Whoever's watching, if you leave any questions or you say anything, I'm not going to see it until I'm done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up cutting and editing and clipping these talks, and I'll share those through the YouTube channel as videos. So you have a couple of ways to experience whatever it is I'm doing here. You can tune in while it's live, or you can catch it when I edit it and make it look and sound better than it does right now and publish it. And you can also tune in and chime in and share your thoughts. I'd like to have a part of the episode where at the end of this monologue or the end of this dialogue, I'll pull up the chat and before I start playing whatever game I'm playing for the week, I'll pull up the chat and I'll answer the questions or I'll share what was shared. And that's how I'd like to do it. I'd like to try that out for now. Man, it felt good to get through it. I was like nervous about doing this today. I'm kind of uncertain. And yeah, I've been watching Renfail, and somebody gifted me like a subscriber membership to his channel, and I've just been digging into he has like 25 videos of how to make it as a content creator. And the biggest issue that I've had, which Melissa has reminded me time and time again, is I'll start something and I'll do it really, really hard. I'll go hard in the paint for about a month, and then I'll completely drop it and I'll move on to something else. It's like I go 110% until I burn myself out, and then I completely drop it, and I haven't been able to stay consistent. And after watching and listening to all of Renfail's videos, I've gotten through 3 episodes of his like 20 episode playlist of how to become a content creator. I noticed one of the things he does that I haven't been doing is producing and sharing a lot. I'll sit on my words, I'll sit on the stuff I make, and I'll start judging it and deciding that it's good or not. And I think that's harmful. It continues to build up this idea of who I think I am in my head and what I think could be helpful to another person. And time again, I've seen in my life that the things that seem to help people that I share, I'm not aware that I'm even saying them. Like they just happen. So I think I've got to put myself in a position for these things to happen more often, and I'm willing to invest the time and the energy to do it. Renfail, he gets to work. He works full time as a content creator, so he's got a good position where he's able to only play video games and record it and cut content and share it. I'm not there yet. Right now, I am working a full-time job for my family's company, and I'm supporting the house. You know, like I get Eli off the bus, and I help him with his feeding therapy and take him to his therapies, and do the dinner stuff and the dad stuff. And my time is limited for this type of stuff that we're doing right now. But I have plenty of time if I carve it out. So that's, my plan is to carve it out when I can. I'm like, right now it's 9:56 on a Sunday night. I originally wanted to do this Monday morning. I like waking up early at like 4-5 in the morning. I like it because the whole world is asleep, and I can sit quietly and in this chair and just watch what's happening when whatever's happening is happening. Like I get to experience. It's easy to experience the simple consciousness when I guess no one else is awake and the world is dark. And then I'll after about 30 minutes of just sitting, I'll start working on the computer. Or the idea was I could do this. I could start talking and recording and have something done before 7:15 when I need to start cooking breakfast for Eli and getting him up and ready for school. And then I got to go into work. So I originally wanted to do this mornings before work. But I'm doing it now, Sunday night. This has been so exciting. It's a change for me that I wanted to get through it. Plus, I don't know. The other thing about waking up early like that is I run the risk of being totally exhausted by midweek, because I'll be up at 4:30 in the morning, and then after a full day of work, and then taking Eli to swim therapy, and then cooking dinner and making dinner for the house, and then I'll have like an hour or two of video editing. And then Mel gets home, and then it's just like, if I do that over and over again, I get exhausted. So I'm not quite sure what the schedule is going to be yet. But we'll see. And the plan is like, I'm going to get this stuff fixed up and produced to be released. Like what we're doing right now, what I'm talking about right now, have it ready by Wednesday or something. I want to have a quick turnaround and kind of stay on the ball. I just think this is something I'd really like to do. I'd like to be able to share whatever it is that comes up or whatever it is I'm seeing, or just, check in and share and talk about the things that are of interest to me. And, I've seen a bunch of comments, and people have been saying that the types of stuff I'm talking about are very difficult to follow and are challenging. So I'd like to become a better communicator for this type of material that I'm interested in sharing. Very esoteric mindfulness, meditation, awareness. And, but I can't force any of this stuff. I kind of have to see what happens. I just got to put myself in a position for it to be created, I think. And also play some games. Like, once we're done with this, I'll switch over from just chatting on the Twitch stream, and we'll move over to, some World of Warcraft, and I can, share some stories of my days in the lands of EverQuest, or, talk about what it's like to, whatever comes to mind while I'm playing, these old MMORPGs. So if that's anything you're interested, feel free to stick around, hang around. Feel free to jump in while I'm live and post some stuff, share some stuff, or ask some stuff, and I'll talk about it on the show here. And we'll have a fun time, a very fun, good time. There was something I wanted to talk about before I move into the gaming portion of the show. I had a single note with a single word, and that word is awareness.